So you're watching this video because you're selling final expense over the phone or about to start, and you're wondering what steps you can take to optimize your ability to make money. And what we've discovered here at the Dig Agency, especially in our free lead telesales final expense division, there's really just two things that we focus on to help elevate our agents into higher results so they can make more money. And what I'm going to do here in just a moment is share with you the stats that we track that help us determine these and take you through that so you can see numerically what truly matters the most if you're looking to make an immediate impact on your income earning ability. My name is David Duford. I own the Dig Agency. We specialize in helping and recruiting new agents, experienced agents, sell final expense life insurance remotely in the comfort of their own home to leads that we provide largely for free. We've got a ton of different information on it. If you'd like to, go to davidduford.com to learn more. So what I'm going to do now is get off of this screen, get onto this camera, scoot over a little bit so you can see my head, and then minimize this so you can see what is exactly on the screen. So what we're showing you today is a breakdown of our free lead agents, the outgoing connections they actually made, the number of policies they sold in this given week, what their connection conversion rate was, so what percentage of the actual connections are they closing in a deal, how many they kept on the phone call, which we're getting to that in a minute, their total volume of calls, and then their overall close rate as it relates to the number of calls that they made. Does that make sense? So for example, we had this particular agent that starts with MA, 3 lines down, 54 connections, sold 10, converted 18.52% of the free leads provided. This person kept 11.23% of the people on the phone for a total of 500 calls and converted 2% of those calls into sales. Now, what are the two things based on the information we're showing you that you should care about that will absolutely help elevate your ability to make more money selling final expense over the phone? Well, it's really simple. The things that we care about, and all these are important, but the things that we really care about and monitor very closely, number one is the kept on phone rate. More on that in a second. And then, of course, what the connection conversion rate is. In short, how many people do we keep on in our opening? And then of the people who we get through the opening, what percentage are we closing? It's really that simple. So let's go a little bit more in depth to explain it so you can understand the power of mastering both of these strategies and what kind of impact it can have on your income earning ability. So first of all, this percent kept on the phone number is very important. What it is showing us is that how many of our calls that connected actually got past the 2-minute mark. So what we're looking for is benchmarking our agents to see, can they keep a person on the phone? And here's the thing, guys, if you haven't started selling final expense yet, or if you already are, chances are you're not going to make a sale if you can't keep the person on the phone. It's like 100% assured, right? But some people get off really quick and they're very difficult. But what we found is that if we can keep the person on at least 2 minutes, there's a high likelihood that we can take them through the entire presentation. Not all the way, but it's a meaningful number that we've began to track. And what we want to teach our agents, therefore, and this is what's cool about it, is by tracking this benchmark, what we want to teach our agents is, well, how can we help you work on your script, your tonality, how you rebuttal objections in order to keep the calls moving beyond the 2-minute mark? Because at some point, people just kind of go with the flow if you can keep them on the phone long enough. So that's the number one thing that you need to work on. That's probably the easiest to turn around, in fact, is how well are you keeping your people on the phone 2 minutes or longer? The second opportunity to work on, of course, is what is your conversion percentages, right? So our connection conversion rate is of the people we keep on, how many do we actually close, right? And these are numbers that we want to always be working on, always trying to improve. And that, of course, means how well are you connecting with the client? How well are you presenting the script and rehearsing and delivering the script? How well are you overcoming objections? And so this number, of course, is very important because the more we can increase this, the more sales we're going to consummate. But what's interesting is that these two things, you really can't only worry about one or the other. What you really need to work on as an agent is working on both of those, right? Because think about it. Like, let's take an agent here with a nice lean number. if we go back to, let's go to the 70 connection agent, closed 11 deals and kept 7.25% on the phone. So I believe that is, let's see, 15% of this, I think that's the number. If we can connect more of these, right, and we can actually increase our close rate to 20%, maybe we go up to 10% and then close at 20%, it's likely we're going to see the number of solds increase by 50%, right? So by working on both of these through repetitive practice, role playing, studying the script, etc., and looking for incremental marginal improvements, you're going to see huge improvements in the sold percentage. And so what we like to do with our agents is very simple. We look at these numbers on a daily and weekly basis, especially week to week longer time periods, to assess the gap and the weaknesses of agents. So like, for example, this agent here is an excellent closer, but does not do an excellent job relative to some of these other agents on keeping the clients on the line. But what happens if we can move this to 10% instead of 7.5%? We'll likely see 2 more policies sold, if not more, by just increasing the number of people we keep on the line. So this is why it's powerful to know what your numbers are so that you can get specific advice, actionable advice on what you need to do to improve. So that's why I wanted to show you this, guys. Hopefully you can see this stuff is very powerful. If you know your numbers, it's likely that you're going to know what to improve on and how to improve and how to get better results selling final expense. Guys, this is what we do at the Dig Agency. We're passionate about the numbers. We're passionate about helping you become a top producer. Guys, if you're not getting the coaching, you're not getting the training, you will fail in this business. It has a 95% plus failure rate. We at the Dig Agency specialize in final expense remote telesales. 9 out of 10 agents opt for free leads and not worrying about spending a dime on their leads. We do have programs for people who want to buy leads, of course, too, as well. And the best way to learn more about this is to go to davidduford.com. Simply go there, watch the overview video, watch the FAQ videos. They'll answer all of your questions. You'll see where you can join a live Q&A call to ask questions, too, and learn how to apply if you like what you see. My name is David Duford, and thank you for watching. See ya.